Which camera? That's a great way to start the show, right? That one. Hey, welcome to the Relationship Smith. We're here with comedian Geoffrey Asmus. He's on tour right now all over the U.S.
Hello.
You're in Pittsburgh right now. Where are you
I'm
going?
in Pittsburgh right now. I'm going to be in Charleston, South Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina, Chattanooga, all the hot spots,
They're
Atlanta.
gonna love you there.
I'm a little nervous, but I think they'll be fun.
Now, your Facebook says you have a DC storming the Capitol. Is that old?
I was in DC like 2 weeks ago, or last
I missed
weekend.
it.
Yeah.
I love the title of that series.
The guy made a really cool storming the Capitol little picture. DC's great. Some of the best comedy crowds in the country, I think.
Yeah.
They're very smart. They all have like jobs they can't tell you about. They're like, I work for the CIA and we make the drones that kill people at weddings or like whatever. They're
Awesome.
like, can't say anymore.
I
Yeah.
had an Uber driver that had a security clearance. Like he did Uber driving
On the
in
side.
The evening, but on the side. But he's like, yeah, I have security clearance. What do you do? I can't really.
That's
discuss
so
it.
funny to have a security clearance, but you can't feed your family. They're like, you can know all the secrets, but you're going to need a second
I think
job.
that's what happened with the recent leak right now. It's like,
Oh,
He was
yeah.
living at home with his parents. He's like, I don't know. My Discord friends think I'm cool.
I don't know much about, what did he leak again?
Everything.
He
Like,
leaked it
just-
all.
Everything on like troop information.
Oh, really?
Ukraine, like just whatever he gets his hand on, Chinese spy balloons.
Oh,
He
wow.
worked in IT and he would just grab stuff. Allegedly.
Allegedly. What was
Even
his purpose for leaking this? I don't know.
It sounds like he just was impressing his friends on Discord. On
Oh,
his gamer
really?
chat.
Okay, well, that'll do it. That'll
Yeah.
do it. Now he'll
But
go
you know
to
you're
jail.
getting busted
But
eventually because you're going to piss one of them off within 6 months. Like, you can't
yeah,
have
you don't think
gamer
the
friends.
FBI is monitoring Discord? I mean, they're all over. They're probably watching this right now. What's up, FBI?
Hey, Josh, real quick. I'm looking at the stream. I'm not sure if I have the right one. I just see you starting soon. All right, never mind.
What's up, NSA?
All right, just so we
You
have a view
enjoying
while we're
this?
It's going to be a little delayed.
And now we're on a
Don't
list. Here we go.
Now we're on the list. They're watching us.
So, hey, thank you for coming to do the
No
show.
worries, yeah.
We're small. I appreciate it.
I love it.
For those of you who don't know who Geoffrey Asmus are who you are,
Who I am.
go see a show. Fantastic. This is the only time you're going to be able to see him for this ticket price. You're headlining soon.
I am, yeah. We're charging $45 a ticket. I don't care how poor you are. I only want rich people at my shows. None of you unemployed scum. My comedy's for the top of the pile.
I had a $15 mojito last night. I feel like I'm.
Oh yeah, they really get you at the
It was a
comedy
good
clubs.
mojito. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, I thought it was going to be a premix.
Oh, it was
They
good.
actually-
Okay, because sometimes they really give you like watered down sugar piss, and
And
they're
my
really-
wife had a margarita, and I know it wasn't top shelf tequila, but I could taste it. It wasn't just the mix.
You really? I have no taste.
So
I
props
just
to the improv. Like
good.
decent
The
bartenders.
improv actually has good food too. They have pretty good
We
for
almost got
comedy
the-
clubs. Yeah.
Donut hole. Like they had a donut hole thing. I'm like,
Oh,
how
yeah.
bad are fresh donuts ever?
You had donut holes during the
We
show.
didn't. We thought about it.
Oh,
but yeah.
okay, that's a great thing.
That's a
I
great
love-
thing when you listen to your act.
Yeah.
And it's like,
That is always tough at these clubs. It's tough to be funnier than a chicken wing. When everyone's eating chicken wings, it's like, yeah, I'd rather eat a chicken wing than listen to my joke about cum. Also, like chicken wings are good.
My old comedy club going 2 days. There was no food at all.
I like that better
Yes.
personally, but I know they have to make a profit. But
Yeah.
You don't think it's a really good time to do your closer during the check drop?
Yeah, well, the check drop is a thing that a lot of clubs are getting rid of it, and I think more should.
Yeah.
It's especially on the late show. I don't know why they need to interrupt the show with there's nowhere to be. Just wait till the end.
Yeah.
Like the early show, I get it. You have to turn over the room. There's another show, but the late show, I don't know why they do that. That sucks
Then wait till-
because everyone's doing math for 5 minutes and you just bomb. You just bomb for 5
Yeah.
minutes. You're just like
I would like to see. Sorry.
Oh shit!
No,
What's
keep-
15% of that?
Yeah, I wrote this intricate joke, and they're like, "What's 20%?" It's like just move the decimal point.
They get their
times it
phone
by
out with a
2.
flashlight because they can't read.
Yeah. It's
beautiful.
it's a nightmare.
At the risk of ruining a set, just having a hard silence for 5 minutes, just staring at the waitresses and waiters as they go through.
Keep
All right, let's
talking.
continue.
Yeah, I mean,
Tip your waitresses and waiters, but only if they get the hell out of here in 5
yeah,
minutes.
yeah, exactly. Tell them
Oh,
to
man.
shut the fuck up. Well, in New York, they have a comic go up and bomb during the check spot. They have a person go up and do 5 minutes of comedy and they bomb, and then another person comes up again.
I could do that.
Yeah, anyone could. They should just pick They should pick the heckler and just you talk for 5 minutes. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
You think you're funny? Start getting up here.
Yeah, the guy who's been yelling the whole show. Okay, this is your time to talk about your foot fetish or whatever you want to do.
Toes.
Yeah, exactly.
So the reason you're here.
The reason I'm here.
I'm curious, and I'm going through, and when we're talking to people, we've talked to a private investigator about, like, hey, when's a good time to call? Just finding things out about all sorts of relationships.
Sure.
So we're going to talk about your what's the romantic relationship.
Sure.
And I guess I kind of want to start there. You were on the road when you met your current girlfriend, right?
No. Well, I met her during COVID, so it was we met during the time when there was no. Like, I don't know, it was 2020. So like everything shut down for a while. Then comedy actually opened up for like 2 months. Then the winter, it shut down again for like 6 months. We met during the second shutdown, and it was in Chicago. So it was pretty serious. I don't know how Pittsburgh, half believed in COVID or whatever, but did you actually kind of shut down here? You did? Yeah. Because Chicago was a ghost town. It was kind of crazy.
They stopped selling booze in Pittsburgh at one point, correct?
Oh, really?
Tanner?
They did that in Chicago too. Yeah. Or you couldn't buy it after like 8 p.m. or some shit.
You could go into a bar, but you can't have alcohol because then you'll get loud and spread more.
Right.
COVID,
And it's like,
the thinking,
they shut down the liquor stores early in Chicago. It's like, we're just going to go earlier. This isn't going to affect my drinking problem. I think I'll find a way to get drunk. But we met when you weren't supposed to be meeting. Yeah, we went on a date by the lake in Chicago in the cold of winter and got drunk by Lake Michigan. It was actually really fun.
So during COVID, when you kiss, you really mean it then?
Yeah, you're like, I'm going to die for this pussy. Yeah, that was serious.
When you got drunk, was it Malort?
Well, no, Malort's disgusting. If you don't know what Malort is, it's this Chicago piss. It's like virgin piss or something. I don't know what it is. It's disgusting.
Sure the number one reason to drink Malort is to get other people to drink it.
It's like you're cool. Like, I drank Malort. It's like,
this
it tastes
is disgusting. Try it.
It tastes like rubber bands with chlamydia or whatever. It's disgusting. I hate that. But I've had it many times.
You're really gonna hate it.
Yeah, they don't do that. That's only Chicago, right? Chicago of it.
Surrounding, I got it from somebody in Wisconsin.
Sure.
Whatever side, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever part of the fist they live on.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said, "Here, try this," and it was disgusting. It wasn't as bad as Four Queens or Two Fingers to Keats. Four Queens is the worst.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
There is our sponsor.
Four Queens? Is that
the worst whiskey? It is
really
filtered through homeless people.
There we go. A little dirt and whiskey. I'm like that.
It's so bad. So we did a shot of that because we have this thing where I go camping and somebody brings horrible stuff.
Okay.
And I did a shot of Malort, and here's the thing: it is absolutely the most vile thing.
It's really bad. Yeah.
But at least goes away, and it's not like a flavor that makes you retch. It's just it hurts your mouth and dries it out.
Yeah, you're not gonna throw up. It's a unique taste. I think everyone should taste it once.
That's why it exists, because there's always like, did you try it yet?
It's indescribable. Like, I'll come up with whatever metaphor I want, but it won't be able to describe what it tastes like. It tastes like pain. It's like sadness, longing for
like burning.
Yeah, it tastes like nostalgia. Like nostalgia for a childhood you'll never return to. That's what Malort tastes like.
I don't know how we got there. I do know how we got there. So you start a relationship and then you go on the road. Like, how do you maintain? That's my big thing. Is you're on the road a lot. And it's not like a glamorous.
Not
hotels
always,
after the fourth one get kind of boring and you hate them, right?
I'd say about half of it is glamorous and half of it is pretty brutal and sad. Yeah.
And you wake up
a lot of comedy is in malls. We have to just stay in malls. Like this weekend, the Improv is in a mall, the hotel is in a mall, and you kind of just live in a mall for 3 days, which has its perks and more downsides than perks, I would say. But we were together for like 9 months before I started touring, so we got like a solid foundation. So I think that helped a lot.
Right.
If I would have had to tour right away, I think that could have been a little difficult.
So do you like have rules and agreements? She's a therapist. We should.
Oh yeah, she does. She does like
that helps. I'm sure.
Sure. Yeah, she knows how. I should know the type of therapy she does, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. She would kill me for this, but I can't remember. But
you didn't have to disclose that. You could have been like,
I just want.
I can't tell you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I don't listen very well. She would say, yeah. So she knows. Like, I mean, she's been in the world of comedy before, so she understands like that I have to like be out at night and like my schedules are different. So we've set these rules like, oh, sometimes I just have to hang out till like 2 a.m. and network, get drunk.
It's absolutely true. It sounds like you're an excuse.
It sounds like I'm making an excuse, but like that is literally part of the job, is like hanging out and talking to people and building fan bases, building connections, and getting drunk. It's not like the worst thing in the world. I enjoy it, but yeah. But you have to pick like, okay, Wednesday I'm going to take a night off, hang with the girlfriend, make time when you can. I think that's a big thing. You got to make time. You got to take a night off. Take couple nights off a month, you just like spend time. I could do better at that, but I try.
So the jealousy thing never like
I mean, I not really. No,
that's awesome. That's really,
it's come up a couple times, but not really been a thing. I'm also not really that guy. I'm a little nerdy little shrimp boy. I don't think
they're comedy groupies.
There definitely are, and they do reach out, but I've never really. Yeah. I had a friend who's like a comedian. He had good advice. He's like,
comedy groupie.
Yeah, comedy. Yeah, right here. We got one right here. We got a
here.
chuckle fucker right here. Yeah, here we go. I had a friend who had good advice. He's like, if you're ever tempted, just go back to the hotel and jack off. That's it. And it's good advice. You go home, you jack off, and it's gone. You're just
Sorry,
I'll let
you go. To be fair, that could work with anything.
That could work with anything. Yeah. You're having a tough day, just go home and jack off. I think it's a great thing. I think a lot of these school shooters is just jack off a little more, buddy. Come on.
Pick up the wrong rifle.
He didn't learn how to do it right. It relieves all the tension. It's great.
Fuck locked doors for schools. Rub one out.
Yeah,
I like that. Put that on a t-shirt.
Just have a pocket pussy everywhere. Yeah.
In the first aid kit.
The first aid kit. No. Trevor, here you go.
He's looking twitchy. Get him the pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
No, get him the anus. It's gonna be
whatever he wants.
Yeah.
I think
give her the metal detector.
Whoa, yeah.
Oh no, feedback. God,
that sounded
like
good.
That.
Don't stop.
We're
Keep going.
About school shootings. The NSA does not like that.
Yeah, they got us now. Thanks. The satellites fly. Yeah. Yeah, that kid that got arrested, they actually showed drone footage of him out on his deck reading. Like, they surveilled, and then they released it to, like, listen, we watched him reading a book. Don't fuck with us.
Really? Yeah. Wait, which one? In
Jesus
Louisville?
Christ.
The one who just recently got busted for releasing that top secret.
Oh, they
had drone footage of him on his deck. He's like, because he had a lot of guns, we wanted to make sure that he wasn't,
right.
Like,
oh, wow. Yeah, they're watching. They're not stupid.
I can't believe you didn't know you'd get caught. But back to...
It's so stupid. Yeah.
The topic that we're supposed to talk about. I found for myself when I was learning this, because I was, kind of a creep and lech, whatever.
Sure.
My thought process was, what's the best that could really happen out of this? You get a 3-second orgasm.
Yeah, exactly.
And then your relationship's in trouble. You might have a disease.
Your relationship's in trouble. Then you have to talk to this stranger afterwards. The post-nut 30-minute talk. You're like, what the fuck?
What if she steals your wallet? Like, how do you explain that? Like, oh, she stole my wallet. Why was she in your room?
She stole my beer koozies I'm selling after the show? Yeah. I've never really been too tempted by it, honestly. I mean, I think the idea is very romantic. Like, I'm fucking a girl in every city, and then you think about the reality and it's kind of sad. It's not really, it's a little lonely. Then
you take like the 3 out of 10 because it's a city you won't be back for a while and you want to make sure you like get that city in.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
not a good record to chase.
Exactly. It doesn't mean much. Yeah. It's not too great. And I have my girlfriend comes like on like every third or fourth trip too,
nice.
So that's nice too.
That's really cool.
I take her to beautiful places like Springfield, Massachusetts, or just all the hot spots, Peoria, all the good spots.
You know what city blew me away? People, can you hear me? Is this I can't hear me.
Yeah, you sound
a good thing. A city that I never thought I'd like, but I defend all the time is Iowa City.
Iowa City is a great place.
Like,
I've done shows there.
That good of a town.
It's a cool college town. It's like I went to college in Madison, Wisconsin, so it's a similar vibe. It's like a smaller Madison.
My thought on Iowa City is it's the college that the kids from Chicago, they couldn't get into the good schools, so they went to Iowa.
Sure. Oh, absolutely.
And it's a party town.
Yeah, they're just like,
looks like
we want to be away from our parents and just get drunk by a river and and it's like cool too. Iowa City's got like a big like literary culture too.
Yeah.
Like Kurt Vonnegut went there or lived there, and they've got it's a very smart school. It's a good place.
Yeah.
They're drunk.
I'm making
and
fun
smart.
of.
No. I get it. Work hard, play hard. I like that. Yeah.
Actually, I met my Iowa friends through a pre-internet sort of bulletin board system. Like
Oh,
right when
wow.
the internet still had a lowercase I.
Oh wow, like those
and I
like
met them
alt
through this. So it's very
forums.
smart people. Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong.
yeah.
But yeah, it was an interesting. And then, so thank you. Want me to lift this up? I'm like,
A subtle nod to move the mic.
does it look better
I
with
love
my mouth
that.
on it? Yeah. It does. Thank you.
Yeah, Iowa City's awesome.
Yeah,
I get to
Lincoln,
see
Nebraska.
what?
I had fun in Lincoln.
Oh yeah, I've done Lincoln once. I'm going there again in like a month. Yeah, Lincoln's another college town. It's a fun
I think
football
a lot of
town.
those center states get a lot of shit.
Yeah,
And there's
every
stuff
city.
there.
I traveled to a lot of cities. Every city has some cool things. Like
Except one. There's got to be one city.
there is a let me try to think
I
about
don't
it.
think you're
Providence,
there.
I would say, had no redeeming qualities.
Oh,
Providence,
shit.
Rhode Island. I didn't really like Providence. But I'll give it another chance, Providence. But wasn't
if you're
a fan.
in Providence, go to the show.
It
first
just has
off.
like this like dark, gloomy working class. They're like really sad though. Pittsburgh's like happy working class. Providence is like, yeah, our best days are behind us. They're just like kind of
Pittsburgh
sad.
was like that about 20 years ago.
I
Like,
could see that.
they're
Yeah.
like, oh well, we have rivers.
It seems on the up though. Pittsburgh seems like a revitalized place.
Technology wise, we're getting. It still is. I mean, until the tech failures that are going on, but it was considered the Silicon Valley of the East.
Oh,
because
really?
Silicon Valley companies, including several people I know that work for one, have offices here.
Oh,
now.
really?
Like, from Apple to I was getting job things from Facebook. I'm like in Pittsburgh.
Wow.
And then they fired all those people.
Yeah, but they had a little renaissance. Okay, I didn't know that.
But yeah, all the
That's cool.
Silicon Valley companies have an office out here now.
Oh,
so like
nice.
it's
Good for Pittsburgh.
yeah,
We love it.
I'm happy for the.
Yeah.
I love this city. I lived
It's
in
a good-
Vegas for a brief while.
Oh,
and then I
Vegas.
could have lived anywhere. It was.
I don't like Vegas, but that's
I don't
a
gamble,
different thing. Yeah.
but I
Oh,
love
you don't
Red Rock
gamble.
Canyon.
You like what?
Red Rock. It's about an hour.
Oh yeah, I actually have
outside.
been there. That's a cool
I
spot.
love that. Like every time I'm there, man, it changes my life. I don't
That's
know.
a cool spot.
But I
Yeah, but
don't gamble
Vegas
much.
itself is a little too hedonistic even for me. I'm like, calm down, you devils. That's a little. Don't
I
you?
like watching people get their first time there. As soon as they're on the strip, woo, like they're yelling. Then they get the stripper girl cards, the collectibles. So,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Every time I come back, I have like a deck. Of,
Oh really?
all the
Oh yeah, I
girls I
forgot
could've
they
slept
hand
with.
out like cards. That's
yeah,
right.
and it's like baseball cards. You're like,
Yep,
oh, well,
yep.
they should have stats on the back.
3 venereal diseases this year.
18 miles a dick in her last,
Fastest
up and
come
back.
in the West. Yeah, I would love that.
Can swallow up the.
Yeah, right. Can swallow a gallon of cum.
So speaking of swallowing,
Speaking of
I don't
swallow,
have a segue for
I'm
this.
King Swallow. Everyone knows that.
my next question is still about. And I don't know. You guys might know this. They have more comedy experience, but we've never talked about it. Relationships with other comedians, you build them as you work with them and all that stuff. But what if a guy up before you bombs? Do you take that personal because it's going to affect your set?
Oh, okay.
Like, does that ruin a friendship or budding relationship?
I mean, I would say I try not to be friends with people whose comedy I don't respect. I do kind of, I don't like hate them. I don't, and I get, there's like, is a point where we are colleagues and you want to get along with everyone. But if someone's like really not funny, I don't try to cultivate a friendship with them, honestly. Which
but,
is
I mean,
like,
what if they're good and they just had a bad day?
if they're, then I, that, that's part of the deal.
You're not like,
That's-
I got up there and bombed because you bombed, you asshole.
I actually kind of like following people who bomb. I think it's kind of
work.
fun. It's kind of fun to be like you're like the grave digger trying to like make a tough spot cool again. I like that.
Okay.
Like the crowd's like mad, like what the hell just happened? And then I come on stage and try to like lift their spirits. I kind of like that.
Yeah,
it's like you're John Cena going to like a children's hospital. Like you're trying to bring joy to the joyless. Yeah.
That's a heck of an analogy.
Yeah, I like that. That was a good one. I don't get mad unless they keep bombing. I'm actually more mad. This is a little inside baseball, but comedians don't like when the people before them just do like crowd work the whole time.
Okay.
That kind of annoys me because it's like then you feel like an asshole for just telling jokes.
And then they want to.
Then
do
the crowd
work
just
with you.
yeah, the crowd's just like, well, this last guy was talking to us. Why aren't you? I'm like, I wrote jokes. I don't really want to.
You do great crowd work.
I
though.
do crowd work. And I think
Not a
it's
lot, though.
I think it's fun and it has its place, but mostly I want to do my jokes. I do like a fourth of my set maybe is crowd work, but some people when they do like their whole thing, that annoys me. That'll annoy me.
Hey, this is a great time to do a plug for your YouTube.
Yes, let's YouTube plug.
Is it? It's You're an Idiot.
Here we go.
For my podcast, You're an Idiot, with my Serbian warlord pal, Alex Dragicevic, every Monday on YouTube. You're an Idiot. Patreon, extra episodes. Check it out. It's a good. I think it's a good time. I'm a little biased, but I think it's a good time.
I liked it. I mean,
it's a fun ride.
I'm not a long form, despite the fact you do it. I don't know how many podcasters watch other podcasts.
I actually almost never watch podcasts. Yeah, I truly don't. I do them, but I don't watch them that often.
But I did go through, and my friend Danielle, who told me about you and your comedy, I started watching some things, and she has a question.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
She wants to know how you and Alex really get along, because on some shows, you look like you're not even friends or going to be friends anymore.
Yeah,
it's like, how much of that is in the moment, and then like you turn the recording off, like, great show, buddy.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
What's the reality, if you don't mind?
Sure, yeah. I think we've always been kind of like that. We argue, but we deep down respect each other. But we're just both toxic masculine men who can't say we respect each other, so we have to do it through indirect insults and stuff. You know what I mean? We have to like,
who does that?
We have to be like, you fucking suck, but really, I love you, buddy. Wink, wink, or whatever. But I do get angry about something. I do actually get angry about. This is a little deep cut if you listen to our podcast, but he thinks that the booster shot gave him myocarditis, and that does make me angry because he's been to like 12 doctors who told him it didn't give him myocarditis. But and that makes me angry when he talks about that, and here's a couple other things. But generally, it's a little played up for the show. For Danielle,
sure,
it's probably about 30%, a little bit like we want to fight because it's funny type thing. Off the air, we don't fight as much, really. I get pissed off at him sometimes, but generally we respect each other. As long as we don't get talking about politics too much, because he's kind of an idiot, and I have to steer him towards the right way, or in my opinion, the right way.
Saz, you had a comment?
Oh, I was just gonna say, if you just rub one out, everything will work out.
Yeah, we're arguing. I'm like, let's take a little break from the pod. Give me my little pillow. Let me hump it. Let me come in the little pillow. That's what you got to do.
Hold eye contact, establish dominance.
Yes, I do look at him the whole time too. I forgive you.
That's my favorite Whitest Kid You Know joke. Skit is the slow jerk. Like, don't make eye contact.
I never got into that's like before my time, but I heard they're funny. I've heard great things about
some of the stuff they managed to pull off on I guess was cable.
Was it? They're the Canadian group, right? Yeah. Whitest Kids You Know. Yeah, I've heard. They're not Canadian.
No, they're not Canadian.
Or that's Kids in the Hall. That's Kids in the Hall.
Yeah,
okay.
Kids in the Hall.
Their new Amazon series is actually really good.
Oh,
too.
That's another group. I never got into like Mr. Show or anything that that '90s sketch. I never got it. I need to
come home from the bar as a bouncer, and I just watch Kids in the Hall.
Oh,
and because I would drink at work, of course.
Yeah,
you'd have that little beer thing going on, and they're on. It was just one of the best moments of my life, like relaxing to just late night comedy.
Is it all on YouTube? Probably. I'm sure they got a lot of stuff.
I'm sure a lot of their stuff is.
Yeah, I got to look that up. That's the type of comedy I don't really watch.
It's sketch. Like, if you're not into sketch,
I like sketch. It's weird to say as a comedian, I don't watch that much comedy related stuff. I kind of see enough live, and then I don't need to search it out much more, honestly.
Exactly.
I rarely watch stand-up specials. Everyone's like, "You see the new Louis?" I'm like, no, I haven't seen the last three, honestly.
Louis Anderson?
What?
Louis Anderson?
Louis Anderson, Minnesota legend, where I'm from. Love Louis Anderson.
I went through this stage with Louis where, like, oh, man, he's super funny. And then I'm like, I don't know. And then towards the end, like, he was really... Like,
Louis Anderson?
I was admiring him so much.
Yeah,
and his work ethic.
He's a genius. Yeah, and he kind of suffers silently in the background. Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could have met. I never even saw him live. I wish I could.
I never saw him. No, I never saw him live either. But he's very revered in Minnesota, where I'm from. Yeah,
like Prince.
Prince. Yeah, we a lot of comedic people actually from Minnesota. We got
my favorite author is from
favorite author. F. Scott Fitzgerald. Oh,
yeah. Sorry.
Who was the favorite author?
Stephen Bruce.
Oh, I don't even know who that is.
He's a fantasy author. I generally don't read fantasy, but I started reading his books, and his main character, who happens to be the good guy, is also an assassin, crime boss. And everything about him's a bad guy, but he rates him as a good guy.
Oh, cool.
I love that.
Oh, nice. Another Minnesota hero. We're the greatest state in the union by far. Everyone knows that.
I was in town, and I was like, "Hey, I'm in town. You want to get something you buy?" I'm like, "I'm poor. Come on over." He invited me over his house.
Oh, really?
We hung out.
Oh, cool.
He kicked me out when the baseball game started. And,
wow.
it was good, though. Like,
there we go. Oh, he's a cool guy.
People.
Yeah.
Lovely people.
Yeah, there's good people in this world. A lot of bad, but a few good. A few good.
Hey, do we have a clip? Do you want to do?
Yeah,
you wanna
we
do a
have
clip?
several.
A clip? What does this mean?
We have a clip. Some of our friends of the channel. As
Oh,
they say,
gotcha. Oh, they
we
sent
told
in a
them you were
little
going to be
video?
here. We asked
Nice.
them to pick out some Reddit posts with interesting questions that might be interesting to a
I'm into
traveling
it.
stand-up comedian.
I hope they're from Red Pill. That's my favorite subreddit. I'm a Red Pill guy. Everyone knows that about me.
I'm
Super alpha.
Yeah, super alpha. It ain't March anymore, ladies. The fellas are back.
Hello, everyone.
your
It is Autumn the Glue from.
there we go. We're kicked off. No,
Did they kick us off?
I've seen Reddits where you're not allowed to even mention it, like in advice forums. Like
You
from
can't
dead
say
bedroom
incel?
to romance advice or whatever. Like if you mention red pill, you're out of here.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
But-
Interesting.
Wow. Like,
oh,
you
wow.
can't even hint.
But-
at it.
I'm obsessed with Red Pill. I think those guys are hilarious.
To be fair, though, Hammer actually got booted from not a role-playing game forum specifically for mentioning doing a political role-playing game.
Oh,
So-
really? Just saying it was political, even though
Well,
you didn't
it
pick.
was his idea, Josh's idea. We played a role playing game, and we all evolved the idea. It was like, what if Trump had won on January 6th?
Oh, sure.
And the name of the role playing game was January 7th, where we'd explore the world where Trump won.
Sure,
Like,
sure.
where
Like
they
an
did
alternate
overthrow.
history. Yeah, that's
And
fun.
we started, and we found the guy who created the role playing game that we built the rules around. And I messaged him like, "Hey, here's a video of our first thing. Wanted to see what you thought about it." He's like, "I stopped after I saw you showed a picture of Trump." I'm like,
Oh,
but you don't
lame.
get what we're doing with
We're
this.
mocking him. We're
yeah,
mocking
like,
him.
or
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
Like,
yeah,
just,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah,
We
exactly.
don't pick sides on who we make
Yeah,
fun of.
yeah.
That was
for
one of the
sure.
reasons why we got booted.
Yeah. That's
So then we
lame.
wrote the author of the game into the game, so we're making fun of him. Screw it.
What a loser. That just have a
Go
little
back to New
fun.
Zealand, you piece of.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And now we're kicked off of Twitch.
Now we're
I
gone.
didn't say the word. He might be a piece of pie.
No, I'm just messing with you. Anyway.
The red pill
not.
is
He's a
I
piece of
love. I used to be a big Reddit guy. Not as much anymore, but
Now all you have to do is like get the Chive app because they steal half their material straight.
oh,
from
do
Reddit
they?
and
Oh,
Twitter.
the chive. I forgot
Remember
about the
the chive? They
chive.
just
Oh my
literally
god.
I haven't heard that word in a
I
while.
looked at that a lot in like 2012, in college.
there?
I loved that. I
The
didn't
app
know that.
hasn't been updated either. It just crashes.
It's just
randomly
keep
every 10
calm and
minutes.
chive on still.
Yeah,
all that
yeah.
stuff.
My
That's so
God.
funny.
Yeah.
What was
Now
that?
they sell gold coins.
Really?
Yes.
For no reason. Just
Yeah, like Bill Murray gold coin. Like,
Oh,
hey, Bill
really?
Murray said it's okay. So we're selling them.
What
I
was
don't
the
know.
red pill opinion I saw that was so funny? It was like the new thing is like alpha men, you know us, we don't make any noise during sex. Moaning is for women. it's like beta to make noise during sex. It's like, no, you just don't enjoy sex with women, dude. You're gay. You don't enjoy
I'm
it.
mortified
That's
by
why you're not
touching it.
making any noise. You're gritting your teeth like, what am I doing here?
Ew.
Yeah, you. I have to do this because my dad did this. I love that shit. It's so
Yeah.
funny.
So how do you avoid Reddit? Because this is like
I honestly do it. I go to there to come up
write
with
material.
premises. Honestly,
Yeah.
I get into one of my guilty pleasures is arguing about politics online or like arguing about like social issues because I get a lot of material doing it. Like I'll like be like a bit of a devil's advocate, not even devil's advocate, but I'll just argue things I don't really actually care about and just to see what positions people take. And I build a lot of jokes around that. Honestly,
I've been working on a position later about like the whole trans thing and like
yeah.
didn't Jesus have long hair?
Oh
And then
yeah,
just leading
Jesus
up
is
to-
like a guy in a dress with children. You see those you see those pictures of him. It's like, isn't this your dude?
Like I come on, pick sides.
Also, kids love drag queens. Drag queens are like really talented and funny. I've never understood. They're like kids are like, this is awesome.
Like
You
they're
take-
playing to a kid. They're playing,
kids are like they love clowns. It's like the same idea. It's like a show. Kids
to a
love
kid,
that
to
shit.
a kid, like
To a kid, yeah, they,
belittle or demean people that
Yeah, or-
love this and it's part of their identity.
Yeah,
but to
yeah.
a kid, it's a show.
it's a
entertainment,
show,
you
and
know?
they're
Yeah.
like really
Yeah.
good. Drag queens are really funny too. If you've ever been to a drag show, they're quick, they're funny.
Yeah, I don't have any of the self confidence to do any part of it.
Yeah,
Like from looking a certain way to actually being like in somebody's face with it. And,
they're
and
out
being
there, and they
entertaining while you do it.
I have a deep. If you're like a performer and you don't respect drag queens, I think you're really missing the boat. They're like very good artists and stuff.
I totally agree.
That-
Totally agree.
it is kind of weird. All these like people, like there's like right wing comedians who are against him. Like they're comedians. Like you're not supporting your fellow comedians. No. Like this is like, it's kind of embarrassing, honestly.
It's just intriguing to me. Like, sorry.
Oh, what?
Sorry, go ahead, Zaz.
Oh no, I was just saying it's intriguing to me. Like you're gonna die on this point, whatever, to just rob yourself of having any fun. It's harmless. Yeah. Just go. Yeah, weird hill to die on.
I'm just gonna watch the show. They're fun. Go to a drag brunch. It's a fun time.
Do you not like drag? Don't go.
Yeah.
What?
Don't go. If you don't like it.
Exactly. Exactly. I don't like electronic music. I don't want to ban it. I just don't go to electronic music shows. It's very easy. Yeah.
Stay at home and watch Law and Order. I'm gonna go have fun.
Sure. Yeah. But they're trying to fuck our kids.
They're not.
Your kids are very ugly, sir. It's always the guy.
Yeah, your kids
aren't
fuckable.
Kids. Yeah.
I always felt bad, like all these kids, and I'm like, nobody ever,
No one ever talks to the kids. No one ever. It was like, do you want to see a drag show? Yeah, that sounds fun.
Cool. We got another one.
Yeah, right. Pedophiles have.
Clip before we bury
let's do the clip.
Say, Max knows worst.
Yeah.
This is a clip from Mac Knows Worst.
Yes.
And this is Summer Glue, who's reading the question. She's awesome. She's done a couple clips for us in the past.
Nice.
And they recorded this special for you. They even got it to us earlier than I need it by Friday night, or we're not using it. So
there we go.
Big shout out to that podcast.
Yeah, we ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right. Okay.
Hello, everyone. It is Autumn the Glue.
Of course.
I'm sure she was saying something great. We love women.
She's very high energy. So I'm actually, you're right. It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah, I believe it. She's a therapist? Is this the one? Or was that?
No,
Mac Knows Worst.
Page.
Oh, okay.
She has the brunette hair. She doesn't have a clip today.
Gotcha.
She probably would have had a good one. She challenges me. Like, she'll read me a question, and I'm like,
therapy. They know how to get to the meat of the matter. That's the same with my girlfriend. She knows how to cut through the bullshit that I'm saying and just be like, what did your dad say to you when you were 14? Or whatever. Is that why you won't do this? Yeah.
Fine.
I think one of the coolest things was we had the most interesting topic we ever covered on the show with Paige, and that was the relationship husband-wife where they want to try some new things, so they brought Chat GTB, and they were role playing with that. And then she says months later, she finds his laptop and he's having a full-on relationship with this AI.
It wasn't GPT on that one. It was a GPT-4 bot or something. But yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay, nerd.
He fell in love with an AI. Ooh,
no,
is that?
Like whacked into it. Like,
as though wow. That's
a
new
it's like
thing.
Inevitable. I mean,
I don't think it's cheating. I think if you're the first person to do it, it's not wrong. I think you get a mulligan. If you're the guy who invented cheating with a robot, I think you can't really cry foul. It wasn't in the contract.
To text to bang his old prom date wasn't cheating.
Yeah, right.
You never said I couldn't text.
You get one.
Yeah. The first guy to one eye at 3 a.m. and go, you up?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I think that's allowed. I think it's weird, but jack off to that robot, buddy. You get one. Whatever.
I figured 5 years there's going to be fully animated females talking with AI.
Oh yeah, it's not a future I want.
People with access problems, they can't get out. They're shut in the house. You get your little cyber.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh fuck them. They don't deserve this.
I don't think it hurts anyone. Yeah. I mean,
I think we're good.
We're good. Okay. Let's play.
All right. Mac Knows Worst, the podcast.
Hello, everyone. It is Autumn the Glue from the Mac Knows Worst, here with another horrible relationship advice post. And this one was posted by My Car is a Peach 9 hours ago. My 31 male girlfriend, 28 female, is secretly asking exes for massage bookings. My long-term girlfriend is a professional massage therapist. I missed that the first time that I read through it. She's a massage therapist who I recently found out is offering appointments to exes, including a fuck buddy she was seeing around the same time we met. After a few months of us dating, she called things off with said person as she wanted a relationship and he just wanted something casual. Fast forward to a couple of weeks ago when he messaged to book an appointment. The message came up on our Apple CarPlay in the truck on accident, and she got really defensive and unconvincingly explained that it was a gym friend. This started to make me feel uneasy, and a few nights ago, I noticed he messaged again as she'd offered him some appointments. I then noticed another friend of a friend she had booked in a few months back but canceled was in fact another ex. This time, however, her love from college, who they have been in a serious relationship for a few years. He messaged her a few months back to catch up. They have been messaging nonstop, and it didn't take long before a few drink messages were sent, and he regrets her leaving and was jealous of the life my girlfriend and I are making and wanted it to be him. She would regularly mention they were both in relationships and nothing could happen, but did confess that she still had feelings for him. The only reason the messages stopped is because he said she'd got the wrong idea when booking a massage and he stopped replying to her. I am under a lot of stress for various reasons and wonder if anxiety is getting the better of me and making me paranoid. Another part of me thinks that she can't be that genuinely naive to the whole situation. I can't confront the situation without letting her know I've read her messages, and if it is nothing, I've ruined the trust there. Equally, if we don't talk this out, I will be forever second-guessing the situation. If anyone, if you ever feel like you're...
Pause that, because they usually fill in at the end.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
what
wow.
are you thinking?
That's a wild story. Well, the economy is tough, so you do got to get all those clients in, honestly. In Biden's America, you got to make a buck however you can. So also, you can't tell a woman what to do these days. She can do it. But no, I think that's clearly not going to work out, and it's obvious they should break up. Yeah.
All right.
I think
we're on the same page.
I think that's a pretty obvious. Get one more suck and fuck in, and then get out of there. Get that final night of 3 comes and 3 pumps, and get out of there. I think
pumps,
that
wow.
I don't know. Yeah, 3 comes, 3 pumps. That's me. 3 pump dump champ right here. But got a trophy.
I'm agreeing with you on this. When he was the first message, he found out she was a liar. That broke his trust. Now he's digging into all of her other messages. He has to confess he did this. That's going to blow up. He's never going to get that trust back, I don't think.
True. Yeah.
He's
also,
always going to want to look through her messages.
Also,
it doesn't end.
that's true. Yeah, the looking through the messages, I think, is never something that ends well for anyone. Yeah.
And she's clearly dishonest. Even a lie of omission is still a lie. She's not telling him that she's booking. She should at least run it past him. Not permission-wise.
Yeah.
I'm going to book an appointment with my ex, Fred. He likes massages and he pays a lot of money.
For
Are you cool with
massaging, yeah. If it was I don't know, like a sales meeting or something, that's a little different than someone taking off their shirt and you're rubbing their back and all with oil and shit. The implication for massages is that you get a hand job at the end. That's
I never got one.
I've never done it. I know a lot of comedians who do, and
I don't even know how to
I've
approach
discussed with my girlfriend whether it's cheating or not. I don't think we've come to a conclusion yet, but
yes.
I think
I was once told it's only cheating if you did it the first time. Sorry.
If you did what? Oh, if you're the first one to do it, yeah. None of your boyfriends have ever gotten an Asian hand job or whatever race they may be. That's allowed.
Is that a good stereotype or a bad stereotype?
I think that's a good one. They're like, I know a lot of friends who do it. I guess this is not everywhere. I don't want to say this is the only people who do it, but the ones they've done is older Chinese ladies, and they're not good looking, but they're they know what they're doing, and they're it's the best thing you've ever felt in your life. It's a 65-year-old Chinese woman who just knows what to do.
Now, as a comedian, I know you've had to ask this. Is it better than what you can do yourself?
I bet it is. I've
never had anybody better than me.
I think these ladies, they've seen every shape of dick. They've seen all the hooks. They know which veins to push. They know how to. I think these ladies they came to this country for a reason, and that reason is to tug us down. I think that's why they're here. I think, and you got to make a little extra buck too, and that's what she's doing in these massages, which is fine. That's the kind of the implication of the whole thing.
Yeah,
I don't see how that could. I don't want to say it can't work out, but I think that one might be nearing its end.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I think, especially the multiple people. It's not just one. I think that's clear.
I think one might even be worse, honestly. because there's one guy she still wants to tug on or something.
Yeah. Why are they all? Do you still live in the same area all your exes live in? Move to a different city. Come on, live a little. Don't live in the same city as 4 exes. Yeah, come on. That's lame.
I have exes all over the U.S.
Live a little Trish or whatever your name is. I just assume every woman's Trish.
It's totally Trish.
It's
Yeah.
for sure Trisha.
I'm sorry, Trish. I didn't
Bringing
tell
that
him about
Trish
this.
energy.
I'm sure she's very hot too. You can't be a hot girl and give a massage. It's just not going to work out. It's just not.
Do we want to see what Summer? Is there much left on that clip?
Does she have analysis?
Autumn.
Yeah,
Wrong
they
season.
usually come back and have an opinion.
Anxiety is that bad where you are making up this entire situation in your head. You're being gaslit. Like
Oh, okay, good.
100%, you are being gaslit every single time. If your gut, if your intuition is telling, there are facts in this.
If I gotta worry about it, why am I worrying about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason there. I've always trusted my fucking
And you
instinct.
knew when you decided to go through your partner's phone that there was a
Well, look,
chance
these aren't
that you were going to
children.
find
You can
things.
Like,
Fuck around and find out.
30,
Yeah.
31 and 28? Yeah, no, you got to rip that Band-Aid off. It's done. I mean, you got to be like, hey, I mistrusted you enough to go through your phone. Also found this. So, you moving out? Am I moving out? What are we doing
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, comments.
Interesting.
Clever girl.
V Stands 9 hours ago said, I don't think there's a happy end.
Go with another friend of our show. I want to make sure we get him in because Zaz is friends with them, and I leaned on him pretty hard to lean on them pretty hard. So
Okay, let's
Oh,
we have that
yeah. So, yeah, these guys, they have a podcast. It's Anastasia and Dolores have a podcast called Redacted, the podcast. And basically, they just tell, like, they'll have guests on, and they tell their own personal first date, or not first date, but dating horror stories.
Sure.
And
they want me on for an
pretty
hour.
goddamn funny.
They want you. They're booked you for 6 straight hours of
Like, you must have
Yeah.
disappointed
horror
a lot of women.
stories.
But it's like dating in real time. Hammer's like day one.
It's like 24 for dating every minute of your day.
Yeah, I think we have time for this, and then we might just do a little wrap up because I got to get you
Sure.
back to
Yeah,
your
that
thing.
sounds great.
Yeah.
Like 10 or 15 minutes. Yeah, Sean's great.
Anastasia.
The situation is my girlfriend of 3.5 years has been traveling alone in Indonesia for about a month now. She's really open and talkative and will exchange numbers with people even when we're together doing things. This makes me feel inadequate, but I manage. Recently, though, I've been having trust issues and feeling more and more annoyed. I feel like I'm being used as someone to discuss her anxieties with. She never tells me what her day was like or who she met up with or who she's traveling with. I understand, but ever so, I feel more and more left out and used. I am traveling to meet her soon so we can spend my vacation days together, but it feels not the same and the distance has affected my feelings for her. So some more background. At the start of our relationship, we agreed to be open and meet other people, which we did not, or so I thought. On a solo trip to another country, she slept with a guy and told me only 2 or so weeks after, and even called it silly. Even though I had no reason to blame her, it was hard to hear this, and I felt really
Got a little
betrayed.
silly in Des Moines
Still,
there.
this created or exacerbated my trust issues, which we have been open about up until now. However, she's been wonderful ever since we've closed the relationship.
Started open and then closed. Interesting move. I feel like it's usually the other way. I feel like that's a weird one to open all the floodgates and then think you can close them. Probably not.
It was
I
great
feel like-
fucking a bunch of people and you, and now just
And
you.
now now that I've seen the pick of the litter, let's just me and you. I mean, she's going to Indonesia for a month. I mean, she's like a hippie chick who like travels and does all the meditation shit. Yeah, she's having sex with people in Indonesia. Good for her, but obviously that's what's happening. I don't think she's doing anything wrong. She's travel. What do you think's gonna happen? Probably.
Yeah. I think there's certain people that are built for long distance or separate, like you, for
Sure,
instance,
yeah.
you were built to be able to have a relationship where there's a lot of trust and there's a lot
Right.
of time apart, and
And
you
also,
can do
like,
that. And some people aren't. And I don't
when
think
I
that-
travel, I'm working, so there is like a element where like I'm working during the day, and if you're just traveling though for fun, your whole day is meeting people, trying to have fun. Like that's a lot of temptation. I feel like, yeah, and especially like in Indonesia, like that's like people go there to like fuck
toilet
yeah,
bars.
that's like there's a whole community of people who travel and fucking hostels and like
Have you
that's
been
the
to
thing.
Indonesia yet?
I've never been there,
Yeah,
but
I wanna go.
I would love to go. I would love to go. My sister went there. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, I'm looking. I want to go to Singapore very badly.
Sure,
as well.
Singapore, Vietnam,
beautiful.
Thailand. I'm all in on that. Yeah, I think that's. I mean, they'll meet her in Jakarta and figure it out. Yeah, seems like what you're gonna have to do there. I don't know.
I did have a real quick say in your podcast. I never see the producer.
He's always in the.
Do you think it's better to keep them silent and away from you?
I if we had a budget for another camera, we'd probably put one on him. But
Right.
Well, we've had a couple different producers. I think I wish we mic'd him up a little more. But yeah, I think it's fun to have them interact because they're laughing in the background. People like that, like laughter in the background.
Since in 2020 when we started another show, we kind of had each other's attention. But with Josh here across from me, it's a different dynamic. And we're gonna go back because he has a life and a family and all that stuff. So he can't be over here for every show.
Right.
But like there's that like trust level now.
You feel like
for instance,
you want to feel comfortable with the producer. You don't want to be like they don't like what you're saying.
Zaz is always trying to give me really good information, and I have to look down at the screen, and I try to avoid reading. I'm trying to give you the attention.
Right.
And he wants me to mention that after this week, we're going to be streaming on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. 9 p.m. Eastern, right? See, that's what I need. Yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern.
8 p.m. Zaz time. So you have to be there at 8.
Where is he right now?
Texas.
Houston.
Texas, that's right.
Houston,
Texas.
yeah.
Oh, Houston. Nice.
Yeah.
Houston is a city that is way too big. That people in
It's
Texas, they
insane.
refuse to build public transit. There's like the city's 80 miles wide with not a bus or train in sight. They're like, let's heat the planet up a little bit more. We're not ready.
You ever tried riding a bike down here? It's just suicide.
Oh
You're taking
my
your
God.
life in your own hands.
If you walk around in Houston, they look like at you like you're like the biggest idiot. Like you're walking 3 blocks. Why not drive? Why not drive?
Literally
It's crazy.
first week living here, I thought I was like, I'm gonna be healthy. I'm gonna change my life because you move somewhere, you want to create this new person, because you're a fucking idiot with no self-esteem. So I decided I was gonna jog around the block, and that was gonna be my new thing. I was gonna start jogging in 113-degree weather. Long story short, a car full of people heckled me
for jogging.
For jogging.
Oh my God, that's so.
Yeah,
fun.
I got called the not fun F word.
Look at this yank
yeah.
running around trying to better himself. That's not what we do.
Right back to the house I went, never jogged again. So
That's cruel. That's cruel.
and now I have sleep apnea. Take that.
Yeah. Texas gave that to you.
Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Buc-ee's is good. I mean, that is a fat man's paradise. That is a great spot.
That's my one interest in
thing.
Texas.
They have those really good
People
cheese
love-
curls.
Like, could you ever imagine like driving a car and like having a sticker on your car that just says Cheetos, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what I see when people have Buc-ee stickers on. I'm like, you're that devoted to a gas station.
Yeah,
like
this
that's
is our
baffling to me.
conglomerate. We love this conglomerate.
What's on your hat right now?
It's 2 razors. It's a barber shop.
Oh, nice.
I
Yeah.
didn't know if it was like a Nike.
No.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah,
He's
just a
got
couple
good
razors.
beard.
It's made of.
It's a good manicured beard.
Oh,
That's a Pittsburgh
I'll give you my number
classic.
after
I
this.
feel
I'm gonna
like
slide in your
beard
DMs.
is all over Pittsburgh, but theirs is usually a little not as well kept as that. A lot of bad beards, and I said this on stage, but
Yeah,
no,
you're
a lot
right.
of bad beards here.
yeah.
I just.
I think it.
I wasn't attacked.
But you got it trimmed too. There's a lot of these like affliction T-shirt beards, and a lot of that. A lot of these like punk rocker, and I feel like this is a city where punk rock is still, which is
we
cool.
had a really good punk rock.
I've
scene
heard that.
for a long
It's
time,
just
yeah.
like
Yeah.
cool. Like that's kind of
Absolutely.
like dead in New York. I feel like it's not cool anymore. Punk rock, at least, it's more like hip hop and EDM now. But like, you guys are still got punk rock, which I like a lot.
I was in a semi-punk band when I was younger.
Oh,
Cancerous
really?
Testicle for all my cancer.
What was it called?
Out there. What's that?
What was it called?
Cancerous Testicle.
Cancerous testicle. Okay.
I named it after. I was almost a football player in high school, and they thought I had a cancerous testicle, so they by the time I got it all checked out and I'm good to go, they're like, well, it's too late to play football. And that changed my life for the better.
Whoa.
So I never played high school football.
Yeah, you didn't get
became that
CTE.
guy, so-
That's great.
So I named the band
That's
after
good.
my cancerous,
Yeah.
non-cancerous testicle.
There we go.
And then I had a friend later in life who actually had a ball removed from cancer, and I was like, oh, here's my tape.
Yeah, yeah. Here's our EP. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, do you have anything? Let's get you out of here. I don't want you to be late.
No worries.
Do you have anything else you want? Let's promote your next shows.
You know,
anything you wanna
when's this
throw out
coming
there?
out? Or it's right now. It's right. Is this how Twitch works? It's out right
Yeah,
now.
we're live right now.
Okay.
There's
I
probably
didn't even-
somebody out there saying, "Fucking get."
I didn't know how this worked. Oh, well, you know, I'm going to be in, like I said, Atlanta, Raleigh, Charlotte, Louisville, Des Moines, Nashville, Cleveland, Peoria, the center of the entertainment capital. I'm coming to you bumfuck dogs in a couple weeks. I don't know why, but I am performing in Peoria. So please buy Omaha too. What?
First time in
First,
Peoria?
never been there. It's actually where Richard Pryor's from. So they have like a statue of Richard
yeah.
Pryor. They actually have
Is
a
it on
pretty
fire?
legend. What?
Is it on fire?
Yeah, it's always on fire. Yeah, they just douse it in coke residue every day or
Light it up
whatever.
again.
Yeah, Freemason. Yeah, yeah. I don't know how those. They actually have a pretty legendary comedy club there, so called the Jukebox. So I'm kind of excited to do that.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that I'm doing a tour the next month. So go to whitecomedian.com. That's where you can buy tickets. I bought the URL for whitecomedian.com years ago, and it's $50 a year that keeps on giving. It's
Easy to find.
Easy to find. Yeah, yeah. It's a brand. It's a lot of people get it wrong and they think I'm an alt-right nationalist, but as long as they buy a ticket, I don't
It's
care.
descriptive. It's not saying.
I'm
being a
not
white
saying it's
comedian is
good.
better.
I'm not saying white
Right.
is right comedian. I'm white comedian. Yeah.
Yeah. It's only concerning if it's the comedian with the K.
How many?
Yeah.
So how
right.
many Ron White fans do you get that are pissed off that it's not his website?
White comedian. Yeah, yeah. This ain't blue collar comedy. I like him actually. He's pretty funny.
His 45-minute like big
Yeah, he's very funny.
big set. Like I listened to that thing dozens of
He
times.
was.
It was so
I
well
didn't
done.
think the other blue collar guys were all that funny, but I think he is a very funny comedian. He didn't really.
Yeah.
The other guys got kind of hokey and a little like catchphrasey. I hate to say boomer humor, but a little bit. And Ron White, I like him. He's like a legendary like road dog comic who like gets blackout drunk and fucks every waitress at the comedy clubs
Yep.
like
Good
in
for
the
him.
90s. Yeah, he's like
He's super. He's out about smoking weed and stuff like that all the time now. which I
Yeah,
thought
he's
was,
like a
yeah.
cool like older. Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
like a fuck weed, fuck gay people. Yeah, he's like
No, it was-
he's like a cool
yeah.
dude. Yeah.
He hangs out with Dr. Phil. I saw his like.
Oh, does he?
His one special, and he had like a 20-minute Dr. Phil. I'm like, I cannot connect with this comedy right now.
Oh, it's like a joke about
No,
no.
he was hanging out on his yacht with Dr. Phil, and I'm like, you got a little big, man.
I do like that type of comedy. It's like y'all ever go on a yacht with Jay-Z? I'm like, no, I don't really relate to this one all that much. Yeah,
I bet it's hilarious though.
yeah, sounds fun, but maybe talk about going to the grocery store, please.
Talk about
I could-
fat Pittsburghers. on
yeah,
those.
talk about something we can relate to. Yeah.
You won the crowd over last night with that. Like, you're like,
I-
he's right. We're mountain people.
I try to start off with making fun of the city because if they're into that, then it'll be a good set. And if
Right.
you
Rip them
open up,
apart,
if
bring
you
them
open up
together.
hard and they don't like you making fun of them, it probably won't be a fun show, in my experience, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes my jokes about the city aren't good, but if people don't have a sense of humor about themselves, I generally think the show won't go that well.
Well, let's end it on that. Are there shows that you walk in, you see the crowd, you hear the warm up act, or
Yeah.
is that the right word? Warm up.
Yeah,
act or
opener,
MC?
warm up. Yeah.
and you just know you're changing your whole set.
Oh yeah, changing it, or you just know it's not gonna go well. Yeah, I think now I don't really change my set as much. I just kind of like what I do, and I just do it now. But back in the day, I used to do a lot of religion jokes. That used to be kind of my thing. Like half my set was about religion, and there were some like shows. I go to a VFW in River Falls, Wisconsin, or whatever that. You're like, I don't think they're gonna think the Bible's all that funny.
They're just saying hallelujah.
They're like,
and-
we
and
have a
not the
Bible in
good
our
one.
pocket right now. Yeah. They're not gonna think. So I'm like, maybe I don't talk about the Bible this show. But now I'm more just like, I'm gonna do my thing, and it might not go well, kind of thing. So if the warm up, if like one big indicator of a show is not gonna go is if they're like not talking before the show begins. If like before the show starts, they're playing music and everyone's just kind of silently waiting at their table, you're like, oh, these aren't really fun people. They're just like boring, kind of. I think that's a big tell if they're all just not talking before a
Is
show.
that in your and this is we'll end it here after this. in your last, I think last YouTube upload, you talked to a couple that were divorced.
Oh yeah,
Or they'd already broken up, but they're still living together, and then they went out to a comedy show together.
Oh yeah. That was in
Did you
Houston.
sense something about them, and that's why you went at them, or was it just completely random?
That was just random. They just happened to be in the front. They were the only front row people I hadn't talked to, and I just chose to talk to them with like 3 minutes left in the show, and then they're like. Of course, they're by far the most interesting people at the show. They're like, we're divorced, but we live together because of a cat or whatever, and it became like a whole. I tried to get them to fuck. I don't think I got them back together at all. I tried to do it, but I think there was an irreversible divide between them. You could tell, and the woman was like very attractive, and the guy was like. Not ugly, but not.
You wouldn't fuck him.
Not on this. Yeah, I wouldn't fuck the guy.
Yeah.
No, he was not a Houston 8. He was a pretty not great looking guy, and she was like kind of beautiful, honestly. And it was like kind of a fun dynamic to talk to them. They enjoyed it. They were actually like, we're having a great time, but we are still gonna sleep in separate bedrooms tonight. Yeah.
Do it for me.
Do it for me.
Let me
Come
know
on.
I did something
You
positive
just
in the
fuck
world
for
today.
daddy. Come on. Give me one more.
Speaking of something positive in the world, we'll be back Thursday. We're going to skip this week or not? We'll let you know. But going forward on Thursday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we'll be live. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Thank you for having me.
Hopefully you had a good time. I really
love
wanted to bring you
Pittsburgh.
back every step of the way because
For sure.
I absolutely, and I told him this on the way in the car, I believe I'll be seeing you on Netflix shortly.
I hope so.
I love your show. I love your comedy.
Thank you.
Your comedy is the reason I did want to reach out. And
Oh,
just
well,
talk to
thank you.
because
I had a great time. This
to
is
follow
awesome.
the path up. Like I want to
Yeah.
talk to you now and then later when you're like
Sure.
on a yacht.
Once
with,
they've tried to cancel me 3 times, I'll remain. The woke mob will come, but they'll never get in the gates.
Let's go with that.
That's how we end. You'll never stop me.
You can't stop Jeffrey.
You'll never get me. What's George Soros? You'll never get me.